first focus on the fact that we've had a monsoon coming in 2 weeks earlier and the heaviest rainfall in the month of May in the city of Mumbai for 107 years. Joining me now, Mrityunjay Mahapatra, he's DG IMD. Also joining me is Subhimal Ghosh, convener of the Interdisciplinary Program in Climate Studies and professor in the Department of Civil Engineering at IIT Mumbai. Appreciate your joining us. Let me come to you, Dr. Mahapatra, first. The IMD has predicted a red alert and a depression, but are you also caught by surprise by the intensity of the rainfall and just how soon the monsoon has come?
Yeah, southeast monsoon, as we predicted earlier, has come early.
Yes.
Usually southeast monsoon reaches Kerala coast by 1st June, and this year it came on 24th. And by 26th it has reached Mumbai against normal date of around 11 June. So about 2 weeks before it has reached Mumbai. And if you look at the situation during past 3 to 4 days, rainfall is continuing. And in past 24 hours, there has been extremely heavy rainfall activity all along the west coast, starting from Kerala to Maharashtra, and especially the cities like Mumbai also registered the extremely heavy rainfall. Though it is the extreme heavy rainfall event, if you look at the data in the past years, as and when the monsoon advances over these western Ghat areas, it leads to heavy to extremely heavy rainfall activity. So that is nothing new in that. But the new thing is that it has come after many years, it has come so early. Earlier records were there in 1957 or 62, in 1971, those days when monsoon has arrived, say for example in May 29 or something like that. But this year it has come on May 26, and accordingly, if you compare rainfall of 24 hours ending today for the normal rainfall of May, certainly it will be a record breaking. But if you compare the monsoon onset rain in the past years, it is a natural phenomena that extreme heavy rainfall occurs over Mumbai.
Let me bring in Professor Ghosh at this moment. Professor Ghosh, purely from a climatic viewpoint, we are seeing increasingly monsoons coming in shorter bursts. In this case, as early as the 4th week of May. Normally the monsoon sets in only 10th of June. We've received in the last 24 hours more rain than the month of May has received in Mumbai in the last 20 years. What explains it? Are we seeing freak climatic conditions now playing a greater and greater role?
So there are 2 points here. The first thing is that when you're talking about extremes, of course, with warming, extremes are increasing. This is because with the temperature increase, the water holding capacity of atmosphere increases, and when it falls together as an extreme, so the extreme rainfall increases. So with per degree centigrade warming, 7 to 8% intensity of extreme rainfall increases. That's number one. Now, number two is here you are talking about onset. Now, what has actually happened is over the Arabian Sea, there is a cyclonic formation, and that sort of cyclonic formation resulted, it just became a Sharathi of the entire monsoon, which, progressed very fast. For example, even as Dr. Mahapatra was mentioning that, in Kerala, the monsoon onset took place on 24th, and within 2 days, Mumbai has experienced onset. Normally, Mumbai gets around 11 days of time after the Kerala onset. So what happens? So preparedness, Mumbai was not really prepared for this kind of extreme rainfall. That was also another reason because of which we are seeing this sort of things, because the municipal corporation has to really
what explains the fact, Professor Ghosh, that the monsoon, which normally, as you said, takes 11 days to move from Kerala to Mumbai, has taken 2 days this time? We've seen in recent years cyclonic conditions building over the Arabian Sea in a manner that wasn't the case even a few years ago. Something seems to be changing.
Definitely. So the warming is happening, and this year Arabian Sea was very warm, and at the same time what has happened is that there is a cyclonic formation that really resulted in the progression of monsoon onset very fast. So that's what is happening. But can you really attribute to climate change? That we have to do a proper analysis to say such things. But of course, with climate change, more such extremes are expected.
You're saying that you are not. It need not necessarily be climate change, but it was a depression in this case, of course, over the Arabian Sea. But as I said earlier, we are seeing many more cyclonic formations over the Arabian Sea compared to past years. If you look at the last 3-4 years, sir, we've seen series of cyclonic formations coming up in the Arabian Sea.
Yes, yes, definitely. That's because of warming. And with warming, these cyclonic formations are increasing. And specifically, this Arabian Sea, which is the Western Indian Ocean, that is warming very fast. So that's, of course, one of the reasons. But exactly attributing this event to climate change is a tricky question, so which needs more analysis. But in general, we can say that, yes, the cyclones over Arabian Sea is increasing.
Mrityunjay Mohapatra, in your early monsoon warning system, you suggested, or early monsoon prediction system, you suggested we could be heading for a normal monsoon. Is that something you're sticking to, that 2025 will see a normal monsoon? The fact that it's come early, does that change any of your prediction trackers?
Yeah, I will just make a slight correction. We have predicted above normal monsoon. Actually, for the country as a whole, we predicted 105% of the average rainfall, and we predicted that early onset of monsoon and uniform distribution. And in most parts of the country will get normal to above normal rainfall, except northeastern states, Ladakh, and some parts in the extreme south India. So, to begin with, it has given a good rainfall, and it is a continuity of rainfall activity in the month of May itself. This year has got good rainfall activity. But that does not mean that it will continue so throughout the season. The monsoon onset, early onset or delayed onset has no direct relationship with the total seasonal rainfall for the country as a whole. So, we can also not expect early onset here will give a guarantee that there will be early onset over extreme northwest India. So, there are many variations within the season itself, and for this purpose there is continuous monitoring and prediction in various time scales, starting with season, then monthly forecast, then week-wise forecast for next 4 weeks.
But you are predicting, but you are still sticking to
during the day there is a very short range.
You're sticking to your prediction of an you're sticking to your prediction of an above normal monsoon for most of the country. Am I right?
Yes, you are right. You are right. Except northeast India and some extreme northwest India like Ladakh and adjoining Jammu and Kashmir, where below normal rainfall is expected.
Professor Ghosh, give us the big picture when it comes to climatic change, because there is so much of talk over what these climatic change conditions are doing to weather patterns. We're seeing more intense summers over a shorter period of time in some parts of the country. We've seen rainfall in some of the winter months, which were unexpected. Now we are seeing an early onset of monsoon. Are you saying don't immediately, instantly suggest that this is all because of climate change?
With climate change, definitely the intensity, duration, and frequency of all extreme events are increasing. For example, and the other thing also, it was very clearly mentioned in the IPCC Assessment Report 6 that rarest events will become, the increase of rarest event will be more. So the rarer the events, increase is more. So which is another problematic thing. That means that, those events for which we are not really prepared, they will occur more. And that results into this sort of problems like financial damage, life loss, and so on and so forth. Of course, with climate change, things are happening very fast, very rapidly, and it's increasing very fast.
Okay, I'm going to leave it there. You've given us an overview of what has happened in the last 24 hours in Mumbai. So I appreciate both Dr. Mohapatra and Professor Ghosh for joining me on the show tonight.